All right. This is a challenge submitted by thatotherdavidguy, aka Gordian Tangle. This is a puzzle of his creation. It's a Sudoku-esque puzzle. For those of you who don't know, there's a community of puzzlers out there who are into sort of like esoteric plays on Sudoku. So it like starts with Sudoku rules. So every region of 3x3 squares can't contain the same number twice, and no rows or columns can have the same number twice. So 1 through 9 must appear in all of the rows, columns, and regions. That's the goal, is to put the numbers in like that, without, you know, violating any of the rules. There are additional advanced, confusing rules that are going on. This was, by the way, developed by thatotherdavidguy and his partner in crime, Starwarigami, which is a fantastic username. Here we go. Okay, this is the game. A cell contains a mine if it contains a friendly digit, i.e. one that matches its row, column, or box number. So if, I don't know how do I get rid of this? It's actually super annoying. All right, that seemed to have worked. Okay, so this is the first, what do they call it? Box, the second row, and the third column, right? So if this square contained a 1, a 2, or a 3, it would be a friendly square. That is the definition of a friendly square. So here, this is the 9th box. So any 9 in here, that would make it a friendly square. Okay? Digits in circles, these guys, are the number of mines, or the number of friendly numbers, friendly digits, in the adjacent squares. So if this was a 5, for example, that would mean that in these 8 squares, there are 5 friendly digits or mines. In other words, 5 digits which match the row, column, or box that that cell is contained in. Okay? Although that's not possible now that I see that, but okay, we'll think about that later. Digits along an arrow. Oh, sorry. Cells with circles may also contain a mine, but it will not be included in that digit circle count. So by the rules of the puzzle, patently, even though this is probably true anyway, if there is the maximum number that can be in the circle is 8, because that's the maximum number of adjacent squares, not counting itself. So if this was a 9, it wouldn't work, because then this would have to be counted and it's not counted. That's just the way the puzzle is. Digits along an arrow sum to the digit in the connected circle. So this square is equal to this plus this plus this plus this. Finally, there's a negative constraint. All valid circles are given, but not all mines are necessarily seen. So it's impossible to draw any other circles, which is interesting. And that doesn't mean that no other mines exist that aren't being mine-swept, as it were, by one of the existing circles. It's just that, for example, if there could be a mine anywhere in here, that wouldn't violate the rules. All that means, like, there can be a mine there, but the constraint that no adjacent square can have a circle in it that correctly describes the number of adjacent mines or friendly numbers exists. That was a mouthful. Just understanding the constraints was a bit of a headache. I'm like an intermediate Sudoku solver, at least by my own metric. Like, you know, I've done a decent amount of Sudoku in the past. Anything you can find in like a, you know, just not like an enthusiast book, but like a casual, like the New York Times Sudokus, I can always do the hard one. So I'm past like beginner level, but I haven't, you know, waded into the treacherous waters of the esoteric, super hard Sudoku world. So I don't have very much experience with puzzles like this that are like custom, you know, built, bespoke puzzles. This puzzle is rated 3 out of 5 difficulty on Logic Masters Germany, but also there are some mad labs over there. Okay, this seems like a pretty tough one. Okay, the rule is, this is a challenge anyway. The victory condition for me is to be able to solve this in 90 minutes. That may seem like a lot, but I'm sure that an hour from now, I will be wishing for at least twice as much time. With that, let's just jump into it, man. Let's just get this going. First, let me really quickly turn down the music in my headphones. Okay, GLHF, David. All right, let's make this happen. Okay, clear, reset, confirm. It begins. Okay, first things first. I made an observation before when I was reading the rules that every column, every row, and every box had to have at least one friendly cell in it, because like wherever there's a 1 in here, that has to be a friendly cell, 2, 3, 4, etc. Just because of the box number. So that seems useful. Same goes with like the rows and the columns, obviously. Every row and column has to have at least one of those, because it is, you know, obvious. Okay, now let's think about these circles. I think that this all valid circles are given is going to be the trickiest to like incorporate. Maybe that's false, but that's the least like intuitive for me. I think a good place to start. Is this. Okay, this number. Okay. Okay. Check this out. How do I deselect? Can I deselect? Control deselects. Okay. These three numbers, the lowest that they can be is a 1, a 2, and a 3. That's just the way that it is. And if this is like, okay, well, we don't want that to happen. But if this is like 1, 2, and 3, that means that this, you know, in some order, I don't know what order, the lowest that this number can be is 6. So that means that the lowest that this can be is a 1, which would make this a 7, or it can be a 2, which would make this an 8. So the only two numbers that this can be are 7 or 8. And I will indicate that with this type of annotation. 8 means that every single digit here would have to be a friendly digit, which for these three is certainly possible. Right? Like 1, 2, 3 in some order here would be fine. That would mean that this is, if this were 8, this would have to be a 2 to make this an 8, and this would be friendly, so that would work because it's in this second box, right? But then all of the, man, that's crazy. Every single one? I'm sure it's possible. Right? Okay, this is also... This has to be at least a 1. But of course, all of them have to be at least 1, right? If this is a 2 here, then this has to be at least 1, 2 here, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm already so overwhelmed. Okay, can something similar be said here? No, because there's no 3 that are in... Oh god, this is really annoying. Like visually. But this is like here, 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 here. That makes sense. And this is here and here. Okay, that's actually good to know. Ah, jeez. Oh, my brain. Okay, can we narrow this down? Can we make it so that... Okay, so this would have to be a 2, and then that would mean that this would have to be a 3 or a 1. I guess one way to do it is... Well, okay, if we determine that it's impossible for this to be 8, then that would be helpful. I don't know if it's possible for us to do that. This... Oh, jeez. Okay, for... Okay, I just thought of something. Oh, Jesus. Actually, this constraint might become relevant, like, immediately, now that I think about it. Okay, so what does it mean that all valid circles are given? That means that anywhere that there isn't a circle, there must not be that number of friendly circles. Or, sorry, friendly squares around that circle. So... if there's a 3, like here, for example, then there can't be, if there's a 2 here, maybe is a better example. If there's a 2 here, then these two can't be the only friendly squares that are adjacent to this. If I understand that correctly, although if there was a circle here, then it would also be on this line would also be going through it. So does that count? David, could I just get confirmation, like rules wise? Like if there, for the purposes of the negative constraint, if there was a circle here, then would this have to be the sum of the adjacent squares? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I now also realize that that means that this has to be the same thing as this, which makes sense. Oh, jeez. It's a brain buster. This is a brain buster. 3 out of 5, huh? That is a correct interpretation. A 2 couldn't be there if it is adjacent to exactly 2 friendly cells while not in a circle. Okay. So the line constraint of placing circles isn't counted. Right? Like, does that make sense? For the purposes of the... Oh, I guess that's a stronger constraint than the circle constraint anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just a binary of this is there a circle now? Okay, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. It's been 6 minutes already? Oh, and we don't have any numbers. Okay, is there a reason that it's impossible for 8 to happen? I wouldn't be surprised. If there's gotta be like... Okay, so if 8 were to happen, maybe we should just assume that it's an 8 and see if we get to a counterexample. That's not a very good way of doing things. Okay, so just off rip, this would have to be a 2 if it's an 8 for aforementioned reasons, which means that this would have to be a 1 or a 3. And then this couldn't be a 3 because that would mean... This couldn't be a 3 because it wouldn't be a friendly square. So then this would have to be a 3. So then this would have to be a 2. So then this would have to be a 1. If this is a 2, then we have 1, 2, 3, 2. There's no reason that this necessarily has to be a 2, though. This would have to be friendly, so it would have to be 4, a 2, or a 2. So it would have to be a 4. Okay. This, in order... All of these would have to be friendly if this were a 2. So far, this has been totally locked in. It's been totally locked in, right? Okay. Maybe we're getting somewhere. This would have to be a 3 or a 5. This would have to be a 2, a 4. It can't be a 2, so it would have to be a 4 or a 4. It has to be a 4. Because it's in the 4th box and it's in the 4th column, but there's already a 2 on this, or it's in the 4th row, etc. It's in the 2nd column, but there's already a 2 here. This would have to be a 4, a 3, or a 4. It can't be a 4, so it would have to be a 3, so this would have to be a 5. Okay. We found a way to make this work. The only issue is there's no guarantee. Oh, now we see if this can... Okay, so it has to be a 4 if there's a 2 here, right? Now we see if it's possible for there to be 4 friendly cells. Also, the fact that this is a 2 means that there must be another friendly cell here. Oh. Wait, that's a problem. Right? This can't have 2 adjacent friendly cells. But the only other way for these to be friendly cells... The only way for any of these to be friendly cells is if there's a 1, a 2, or a 3 in them. So it's impossible! So this is 7. If I fuck that up, it's gonna mess up the entire rest of the puzzle. Right? So there must be one more, because there are 2 already. And there can't be another one because 1, 2, and 3 has already been placed. Am I interpreting the circle constraint correctly? I hope I am. So that means this has to be an 8. Or sorry, a 7, right? Because 8 locked us into this, and this can't be possible? Yes, but you've made some incorrect leaps. Ah, butts. All right, well, thank you for letting me know and not just allowing me to spin my gears here. Okay, let's back it up. Let's back it up. Okay. All right, okay. Let's delete. This I'm pretty confident in. You forgot that 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 8? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 2. 2 plus 4 plus 1. 2 plus 4 plus 1, guys. This, okay. There are 2 ways to fill this out. It could be 1, 2, 3, and then 1 or 2, or it could be 1, 2, 4, 1. That, I appreciate the hint, David. I know that, you know, it's not in the, but thank you. Respect. Okay, respect for your moderation of the, that greatly improved, I think, the experience of watching me solve this puzzle. So I forgot that it could, I forgot basic math. Okay. Wait, no, I didn't. That's not an incorrect leap, right? Because if this is a 4, if this is a 4, then this has to be a 1. Because otherwise it's 9, right? 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1. That's the lowest. So this has to be, so all of these have to be friendly squares. And it's impossible for a 4 in any of these squares to be friendly. So it can't be. So you're just trying to throw us off for no reason. It can't, if it's 8, which is necessary if there's a 4 here, then one of these, all of these have to be friendly, but a 4 in one of these 3 spaces can't be friendly. Can I get confirmation that you were just trying to juke me out? Ooh, no, I didn't want that. All right. I was not trying to derail you. But does that mean that I was wrong? No, it can't. It can't mean that. If there's a 4 in here, very simple. Okay, these are all this. Okay, let's look at each of these. This is first box, second row, second column. This is first box, second row, third column. This is first box, second row, third column. The only way for these to be friendly is if it's a 1, 2, or a 3. So there can't be a 4 here. And there can't be 2 1s here. So if there's a 1, then this has to be a 1, right? And so it fucks up the constraint. So yeah, no, I'm pretty confident that that has to be the case. I think. This can be friendly if there's a 4, but then the only other way for this to work is for it to be 4, 2, 1, 1. That isn't the only way to place 3 plus 2 plus 1 all friendly. The 4 plus 2 plus 1 was just an example that you were skipping steps. Oh, I see. Okay. No, yeah. That's fair. Okay. I think this clarification has somehow caused me more headache than the opposite. So this has to be a 2. Which means this can't be a 2. Anyway. Oh, damn. How did I... Is there... There's a control Z. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna go back a long way. Okay. Now this 2 is an issue. Oh, this 3 could be here as well? The 3 has to be here or here. Why did I decide that the 3 was here? Doesn't matter. The 2 has to be here because the 3 isn't in a friendly cell if it's here. The 3 isn't a friendly cell if it's here. So 3, 2, 1 could happen. Question mark. Also, I put 2 3s here. What was I thinking? Hello? Massive waste of 15 minutes, but let's scorched earth this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's say that this is a 2, meaning this is an 8, right? This is a 2. This can't be a 2 anymore. It's got to be a 1 or a 3. Both of those work. A 2 here would work, and a 2 here would work as well. Right? This would have to be a 2 or a 4. Can't be a 2 because this is a 2, so this would have to be a 4.
It seemed as though the post was vibrating. Well, he'd soon find out whether there was a vibration along with the sound. The scrap of wood showed him that when the bell sounds, it does vibrate.
It wouldn't be friendly if this was a 3, right? So one of these two has to be a 3. So the 3 can't be here. Okay. This would have to be a 4, or a 5. Because 4, 4. But there's already a 4 here, so this has to be a 5. This would have to be a 4, a 2, or a 4. So it's got to be a 2 or a 4. This would have to be a 4, a 3, or a 4. I'm upset.
It sounds as if it's right next to my ear. Short waves for a high note. Long waves for a low note. So you see, the loudness of
I'm upset that this is a different conclusion than I reached last time.
be careful, Jimmy. It corrodes my radio plug. Now watch.
Oh, God. How did I decide this was a 1 last time? Okay. Maybe the way that I noted this previously still works. This can't be a 2. Because this can't be a 2. Because if it were a 2, then that would mean that, like, these 2 are the only things adjacent to this that can be friendly. Because none of these can be a 1, 2, or 3 because those numbers are already used by these, right? And so you can't put a circle around this, that's not allowed, but there must be 2 adjacent to this, so this can't be 2. So it's got to be a 1. I think. If this is a 1, then this has to be a 3, right? Which means that this is a 2. These numbers are still possible. Jesus Christ. So I guess the fact that this is possible means that this isn't necessarily not an 8. There must be a way to decide whether or not it's an 8. Fuck. Already 20 minutes in. God damn it. Okay. Hmm. Two or four, three or four. Hmm. Damn. Neither of these even necessarily need to be a four. What do I constrain from here? And there's a whole puzzle to look at. Okay. Let's think about whether we can deduce anything from anything else. What can this number be? So 1, 1, 1, 2. It can be as low as 4, you know, or something like that. Oh, if there's a 2 here, which I guess we're just assuming that there is, then there's got to be like a 1 and 3 here at least. So that's 4, 5, 6. So this has to be at least a 6. So it's like 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't be 9. It's got to be 6, 7, or 8. That's kind of crazy. Ah, okay. Well, all right. This just has to be like a 1 or a 2. This has to be oh, if I could learn things about this, that would tell me a lot about this circle, wouldn't it? This could be a lot of things. This could be a lot of things. If I could constrain this, it would also be incredibly helpful. But I can't. 4. 2 here, that's fine. 2, 4 here, that doesn't work. If this was 4, then there would have to, that would mean that one of these is friendly. Can we learn something about the circles? Okay, let's think about this. Let's say this box. There must be a friendly circle in this box. And that friendly circle cannot be the number 1. Right? Because this, like, for a cell to be friendly, sorry, in this box, it would have to be a 7, 8, or 9, because it's rows 7, 8, 9, columns 7, 8, 9, and it's the 9th, right? There can't be only one friendly in here, because the number 1 must appear in here, and the number 1 can't be adjacent to just one. Like, if there was a 1 in here, then that would mean that you could put a circle around it if there was only one other friendly. So there must be more than one friendly cell in this square. Maybe the same thing goes for the number, like similar reasoning for the number 2. This is a real brain buster. I feel like I need more like general observations to go off of to narrow down any of this puzzle. So let's think. For obvious reasons, this number can be at most 5. Because if it were 6 or greater, then that number of friendly adjacent cells is impossible. So this can be 1 through 5. You can constrain the other long arrow more than you did. All right, I appreciate it. All right, we can constrain this arrow more than we did. For something to be friendly in here. Okay, well, maybe let's think about it this way. Okay, let's say that if this were 8, then everything surrounding it would have to be a friendly, right? And maybe that's impossible here. So this would have to be 7, 8, or 9. If this were 8, then this would have to be like 7, 8, 9. Same. 7, 8, 9. It would have to be like one of these things. And it couldn't be 8. So this would have to be 7 or 9. It couldn't be 8 because this is 8. And then these 3 would have to be different numbers. One of them is circled. Oh, jeez. What is this? This is number 6, right? The box number 6. And these are rows. Ah, and none of these could be an 8. But that would be necessary to make these two. No, okay, sorry. This could be... What is this? If this had to be friendly, then it could be 5, 6, 8. This could be... What could this be? 6, 6, 8. It'd have to be a 6 or an 8. This would have to be 5, 7. 5, 6, 7. If this is an 8, then one of these would have to be a 6. It'd still work. If this was an 8, this would have to be a 6. Which means this would have to be a 5 or an 8. It can't be an 8 for obvious reasons, because this is an 8 in this scenario. This would have to be an 8. This is a 5 or a 6. This is a 5 or a 6. 7. So it's possible. So that's not exactly what we have to... This hasn't quite yielded what I was hoping it would yield. What is this? 8, 6, 7? 6, 7, 8? I don't know that this will go anywhere, but 6, 6, 5. This is be 5 or 6. Sorry. Yeah, 5 or 6. This is 5, 5, 6. So this has to be 5 or 6. Ah! This has to be 5 or 6. And this has to be 5 or 6. If this is a 5, and this is a 1, and then a 1, and a 3. Casual just sat down for a cup of tea. Hey, Casual. How's it going? Time for me to come out of lurking, and thank you again for the Big Brain 5D chess content. Thank you so much, Casual. Thanks for the support. Right now, we're doing some Big Brain content that, as far as I'm concerned, dwarves 5D chess. Maybe just because I'm much less experienced at it, but this is fucked up. Definitely having to utilize like puzzle solving skills that I haven't exercised before. I definitely don't have an intuition for it. I don't know if I'm going about it the right way, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. This can't be a 6, because if it were a 6, then this could be at most 1, 1, 1, and that would knock this out. So this has to be a 5. So this has to be a 6, right? That means that this has to... But this can't be a 6. This can't be an 8, because this is an 8 in this scenario, and this can't be a 6, right? So this has to be nothing. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that I did all that math correctly, and that means that this can only be a 6 or a 7. Let's just do that. Sudoku chess? Not yet. 1, 1, 1, a completely legal thing to do in Sudoku? No, that's my point, is that like you can't do 1, 1, 1. It doesn't work, right? Okay. What am I looking at? Rules are here. Can't go over it. I'm under time constraints. I only have an hour left. Okay, so this can't be an 8. Okay. So let's start over. Went from blundering a full queen on move 10 to winning 90 minutes later. It happens. It happens. Congrats. We pulled ourselves out of some insanely blunderful positions. Blunderful. I like that. Never used that before. There were some blunderful positions earlier that we clutched out. 5D Sudoku Minesweeper, something like that. Okay, it's a blunderful life. Man, that movie made me cry. The one with it's Jimmy Stewart, right? Is that his name? I think that's his name. The actor that was in all those. He was in like Vertigo. That was Jimmy Stewart, right? Can I join you for the Sudoku on Discord? No, this is a challenge. Viewer challenge. This is man against puzzle created by another man. Sag, sorry, man. Yeah, feel free to do it yourself. But no outside assistance. That's cheating. All right, okay. Let me once again write what these things would have to be if they were friendly. 7, 8, 9, 7, 9, 8, 6. That's it. 8, 6. This would have to be 5, 6, 8. This would have to be 5, 6, 7. This would have to be 5, 6. This would have to be 5, 6. This would have to be 7, 8. I'm having trouble. 6. Jesus Christ. Okay. Right. This has to be a 5 or a 6. For aforementioned reasons, this number cannot be 6. Right? This number can simply not be 6. And that's only for this to be friendly. The other thing is, so that was only a relevant constraint when we were doing like, if this isn't a friendly square, then this can just be like whatever the hell number, right? So like if this was a 7, then these could just be the 7 friendly squares or whatever, and then we could make this number whatever. That would mean that this isn't, you know, like super excessive. Also, technically, this has to be a 5 based on our potentially incredibly invalid assumption that this is an 8. Which again, I'm not sure. Maybe I just want, it's probably not good in Sudoku to just assume that this is this way because it's like a coin toss. Like my intuition tells me that this is probably an 8 for like meta designing the puzzle reasons. You probably wanted to make a circle where there's an 8. You know what I mean? Because that's fun. But I don't think that's enough to go off of. There's probably a way to constrain this to like be an 8 for sure. I'm willing to bet money that this is an 8, but I don't know. It's just such a pain if it's a 7. Ah, Jesus Christ. Well, we have four things and four candidate numbers that they could be. One. This has to be at least 4. Because 2 is here, right? Again, I guess we're still operating on the assumption that this is an 8 anyway, so I might as well operate on the assumption that this is a 5, right? That seems irresponsible. Is it a 6 or a 7? Oh, I gotta think about this too. If this is a 6 or a 7, then this is friendly. This looks like a very 2D game. DZB13, this is a very 2D game. This is a game that was created by one of my viewers for a challenge. 10k channel points allows you to challenge me to a game of your choice in exchange for a gift sub. Right now, the challenge is solving this absurd puzzle, which I'm doing very poorly at. 6 or 7. I guess if we were going to assume this anyway, which kind of led to the constraint that this is a 6, because otherwise you could do like 2 1 1 2, right? 2 1 2 2 1 1. Oh, I didn't assume that it's a 2, because 2 1 no, sorry, 2 1 1 1 is obviously 5, and we said that that couldn't happen because there was a 2 here. So I may as well also force this, that we got this to 6 up from 5 using this constraint. So I guess we might as well assume this. This is shameful. Okay. There's so much more puzzle to solve. I think that there's some like generalization that I'm not internalizing. What's this here? Some of these two things has to be this, right? I mean, that could be anything. But then if this is 5, 6, or 7, I guess that constrains this and also everything around this, right? Oh, jeez. I feel like skipping the step of assume it, like figuring out whether this is a 7 or 8 is actually going to do more wrong. Do more wrong than right. Right? Right now, the thing you're missing is Sudoku logic. Yeah. Whew, my bad. Missing Sudoku logic? Are you serious? How do I apply Sudoku logic at this juncture? I mean, obviously, like, not all of these things can be all of these things. But there are, like, enough possibilities for everything to fill in. I should decide the 6-7 circle. You serious right now? Like, if this is a 6, then, like, this is an 8, this is a 5, this is 7 works from like a Sudoku perspective. And then this is a 5, whatever. You're sure I had Kaushi Schwartz. I've not, incidentally. Seven, this 3 and 4. Actually, probably not possible. Well, then this could be a 2 or 5. Oh, okay, hold on. Well, no, because like some number of these can be non-friendly, and I don't know which. How do you figure out which one of them? Is the one that's not friendly, you know what I mean? What's the minimum that can go on the arrow? Well, it definitely depends. Depends on whether you believe this, which is all based on the assumption that this is an 8. Because if this is a 2 here, then this can be 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1, 3. This can't be a 1. 1, 3. So this must be, this could be a 2. 1, 3, 2. Thanks. Thanks. I sent you a message. Let me know what you think after. All right, cheers. Right? Like there has to be, I guess there doesn't have to be a 1 here. Probably there has to be a 1 here. Right? For this to... Yeah, for the reason that this can't be an 8. If there's a 1 here, there can't be a 1 here, so there has to be a 2 here. At least. So assuming one of these is a 1, then that makes this a 2. Which makes this like a 3 or something like that. So that's 6, and then there has to be another one. Sudoku logic. Guys, I'm so blind. Okay, there are 3 in a row. They simply must be 3 different numbers. The lowest 3 distinct numbers that can be in the line is 1, 2, and 3. That's 6. That means that this, and this has to be a 1, so this is definitely a 7. Guys! Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, this is 7. Okay. Okay, this is 7. I've had that digit for so long. Sucks. Alright, well this is 7. Okay, so 7 of these. 7 of these have to be friendly. I don't know how the fuck that gets me anywhere. Okay, so for this to be friendly, it has to be then a 9. Right? For this to be friendly, it has to be a 5 or a 6. Etc. No spoilers, please, in the chat. I saw Radon saying, bruh, something can't be something. No spoilers, please. Please, no spoilers. I actually don't think it's even correct. Oh yeah, use 7. Okay, this is definitely a 7, so you're right. We should normal 7 this. I also don't think that's correct. It's in the 6th column. I don't know if these two are going to have a 6 in them. That's only if these two are friendly. And only one of these is unfriendly. So like it's possible that one of these is a 5 and there's no 6 here. And so then this is a 6, right? So, or you know, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So I don't even think that's correct unless I'm misinterpreting what you're saying. I don't know. I thought you knew those boxes are 5 or 6. No, we're just saying if these are friendly, it's a 5 or a 6. It's not necessary that one of these is friendly. One of them could be unfriendly. If this is a... also, to get to 7 here, this can't be a 6 for obvious reasons. This also can't be a 5 for obvious reasons. We know which one is unfriendly. Yeah, sorry. No, it was confusing. Okay. Okay, if this is a 5, then 1, 1, 1, which is not allowed anyway, but that's 8, that's already over 7, so this can't be a 5, so that one's unfriendly. What? We're turning on! We're turning on. I recommend using highlights to mark friendly, unfriendly. Yeah, why not? We'll make these green for friendly. Okay. Is this a different shade of green than these, or am I... Oh, it's because I've highlighted it. Okay. Anyway, I'll go see if I can figure out your puzzle. All right. Good luck. Good luck, Radon. Okay. Wait, this helps immensely. Why, you might ask? I don't know. Probably does. Then the only way that this can be... How did I get to this constraint? Oh, this could be 7, 7, or 9, and it's not. So, okay. So this is definitely... This is a 9. Which means that this has to be 7 or 8. Okay, we're getting somewhere, chat. We're getting somewhere. Chat. Chat. Okay, this is a 5 or 6. This is a 5 or 6. Mark confirmed I'm friendly red. Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice. Oh, there's no... Is there a red or red? Oh, that's red if I'm not highlighting it. Okay. God damn. Okay. This is a 9. Doesn't really help. Okay, if this is a 5 or 6, that means that this has to be... These two have to add up to either 5 or 6. Which means that they can't be a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or an 8. There's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's worth... Well, why not? Oops. All right, these could be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Also, that's all... Wait, what he said doesn't even make sense, because this would be a 5 or a 6. No, it does. It does make sense. Never mind. These have to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Right? They can't be 5 or above. Does the arrow have to sum to 7? For this one, it has to sum to 7. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 has to sum to 7. And if this... Okay. Well, I don't know if this is what you meant to do, but... If these have to be 1, 2, and 3, and this has to be a 7, then this has to be a 1. Obviously. So... If this is a 1... Then this can't be a 1. Okay. Because this has to be 1, 2, 3. There's no way to make it less, so this has to be a 1. This can actually be a 5. 5, 1, 6 makes sense, right? I don't know if I don't trust anything that I've done over here, which is shameful. Very good at no spoilers, clearly. If this is a 5, then this is 6. I suppose it's possible that this is a 5 if I don't believe this. Okay, maybe I can tell... Oh, there's no way to tell if one of those is... Okay, if this has to be a 5 or a 6, obviously this can't be a 2 or a 3, right? That's just how it works. It has to be a 4 or a 5. Oh, but if this is a 5... If this is a 5, then this would have to be a 6, which means that this would have to be an 8, and then this would be impossible. Right? Hint, finish marking, known, friendly, unfriendly. Question mark? Oh, you mean the fact that this is friendly, which is relevant for this. Okay. Thanks. That's one. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Only one and only one of these can be friendly if this is a 5. Wait, was what I was saying before, did that make sense? If this is a 1 and this is a 5 and this is a 6, then this has to be an 8. Oh, and this has to be a 6, but it can't be because there's already a 6. So this can't be a 5, so this must be a 4, right? Which means this is a 5. This is known unfriendly. Unless I've fucked up significantly, this is known unfriendly, which means that this has to be friendly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And if this is friendly, it has to be... God, I hope I haven't fucked that up. 4, which it can't be. 5 or 6, right? Don't mark the 4 red. Shit. The 4 is friendly. All right. With a little help from my friends. Delete. Delete. Oh, that's really funny how that works. Stop. Delete. Okay. Center. Delete. Okay. The 4 is friendly. It is the 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means that this is definitely unfriendly. 4 is on the 4th. Guys. Guys. No. One, 4, 5, which means this is 6 or 8, right? Jesus Christ. Did not imagine that this would require this much handholding. If one of these has to be an 8, which actually does, then this is a 7, right? Which means that this has to be a 6 or an 8. Hope I haven't fucked that up. Okay, we've gotten somewhere. If I knew that this actually had to be a 2, that would be really helpful because that would mean that this is a 2. Because we need to have 1, 2, and 3 across these cells, right? God damn. Is it time to revisit this? Can I glean anything from this even? You have a 4 now. Yeah, but again, that only operates under the assumption that this is 8, which I haven't, like, at least consciously figured out. Okay, if this is an 8, then obviously this is how all of these work, right? There's no conflict as far as I can tell. Right? 2, 2, 2, 3s are fine. But there isn't a reason that this has to be an 8. Does there? Well, okay, let's revisit that. Let's revisit that. Is there an issue with this being a 7? If this is a 7, we went through if this is an 8, right? Oh god, I don't want to lose this. I want to note this down. It's just so I don't redo the work. Okay. All right. I'm gonna snap a quick picture of this. All right. Okay. So let's say that this is a 7. If this is a 7, let's clear all of these. If this is a 7, this has to be a 1 because that's the only way. And these are 1, 2, 3, right? Somehow. This can't be a 1, obviously. So one and only one of these must be unfriendly. If this is a 1, it's unfriendly. All of the rest of these have to be friendly, right? So if this is a 1, then it's unfriendly, which means that these are all friendly. Is it right? It's on a 4, 3, 2, right? Okay, this must be a 1, in which case it is unfriendly. Is that a problem? Good question. This has to be friendly. If it's friendly, it has to be a 2 or a 4 center. I fucked up the highlight color. Okay, center. 2, 4. It can't be a 4 because we already know this. Oops. That's supposed to be green. So this must be a 2. This must be a 2. Oops. If that's a 2, then this must be a 3 apparently. So that means that this must be a 1. And then this must be a 2. Oops. So far this seems okay. This being a 2 is fine because it can have these two, like if these are the only 2 friendly units, the friendly cells adjacent, then that's okay. I guess 7 is known unfriendly. Maybe it's worth doing that. Now this has to be friendly. For it to be friendly, it has to be a 2. It has to be a 2. Or a 4. It can be a 4. Sorry. Second row, fourth column, second. Okay, so this has to be a 4, right? Okay, 4. This has to be a 4 or a 5, right? Five, 4, 4, and it can't be a 4 for 2 reasons. So this is a 5, and this is a 4 or a 3, 3, and that also works. Okay. Which ones are stable? Not sure what you mean by that. The previous configuration where this is an 8 seemed to have worked. And this configuration where this is a 7 also seems to have worked. Am I wrong about that? Compare with your photo. Do some 5D chess. Jesus Christ. Everything else is the same. Okay. So this is 7 or 8. This is 1 or 2, but everything else is actually solved. Oh, I didn't expect this to be so hand-holdy, but I appreciate the generosity, David. Oh, okay. Undo the highlights you aren't sure of? That's fair. That I'm sure of. This one, I might be. it's up in the air. We'll just leave that one gray just to remember ourselves by. Well, something here is unfriendly. Sorry, something here is friendly and something here is friendly. Because otherwise, oh, this isn't a circle. It's in a circle, guys. And this isn't in a circle. Yeah, this is in a circle. Those two are friendly. All of these are unfriendly. Which means that 3... These two are certainly friendly, so for this to not be in a circle, one of these two has to be friendly. Which doesn't tell us that much, I don't think. Fuck this game. Okay, now, where's that leave us with here? We've got... Okay, 1, 2, and 3 are going to be placed. This can't be a 1 or a 2, so this must be a 3 necessarily, right? How can R5, C4 be friendly? Don't tell me that shit. Row 5? Column 4? Okay, what does this have to be friendly? It has to be a 5, or a 5, or a 4. Thanks. I want to believe that I would have gotten there. But this has to be a 4 or a 5. Finishing the logic you said out loud, then abandoned. Okay. All right, so this 3 can't be circled, which means that it has to have more than 3 friendly squares, which means this must be a friendly square. For that rule to apply, and for this to be a friendly square, it has to be a 2, which means that this has to be an 8. There we are. Okay. This is now friendly. Okay. Fantastic. Easy. Easy. This can't be... Okay, so there can't be a 2 here. Okay, we have to have 1, 2, 3 here, right? It's mandatory. This can't be a 1 or a 2, so it must be a 3. Sir. This has to be a 3. This can't be a 2 or a 3, so this has to be a 1, which means this has to be a 2. Is this Postmodern Jukebox's cover of Thrift Shop? Because it slaps. These are unfriendly. We'll just, for redundancy, we'll make that clear. Right? Yep. This has to be a 2, a 2, or a 6. This has to be a 3, a 2, or a 6. Okay. There's definitely a 5 here now, which means that this is a 6. 6, 8, 8, 6. Okay. What numbers are left here? 3. 2 or 9. 2 has to be here. And it's unfriendly. 3 has to be here. 9 has to be here. 9 is friendly. 3 is 9 unfriendly. 31 minutes to do the rest of the puzzle. 29 now. Shameful. Okay. This has to be unfriendly. What does this have to be friendly? It's not super constrained, but 5, 4, 5, 6. All right, well, it can't be 4, 5, or 6. Starting is the hardest part. No, but it always gets easier when you know, as you get more information, right? Business commits honorable Sudoku on stream. I am currently committing honorable Sudoku on stream. You're absolutely correct. Man, my brain. I feel like this is one of the, as with all other puzzles, it's like, it's impressively difficult to do on stream, man. I'm telling you. What do we need for this? Just like regular Sudoku style? 6, 7, 8. Neither of these can be a 6, so this has to be a 6, right? 7, 8. Easy. GGS. All right. Is there more Sudokuing that we can do? Just straight up? What do we have? Let's see. Okay. Not quite, right? More Sudokuing. 7 or 8 here means that 7 or 8 can't exist elsewhere. Is that useful? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 4 of these are friendly, which means that 1 or all of these are friendly. 2 of these can't be friendly. Is it possible for them all to be friendly? Well, what would it mean for them to be friendly? Let's try and make them all friendly. I don't know if that's useful, but that's fine. This is 5, 5, 5. This would have to be 5 to be friendly. Okay, well, this is helpful, right? This would have to be 5 to be friendly. It's smack dab in the middle. And it can't be because there's already a 5 here. So, because one of these is friendly, this is confirmed unfriendly because it can't be friendly because 5s. Maybe we should go back and figure out what things would have to be friendly, right? Okay, so because 4 of these are friendly, then 2 of these can't be friendly. I guess that only tells that 0 or 1 of these can be friendly. But both of these cannot be friendly. What would this have to be friendly? 5, 5, or 6. This is also unfriendly. Wow, it's great. When you do the Sudoku, it's crazy how easy it is to get the Sudoku done. All right. 7, 5. 7 or 5. Doesn't really tell us much. This is an 8. That means this is a 7. That's how Sudoku works. Okay. All right. This is unfriendly, right? I'm double checking every single time. Okay, 5, 5, 4. Okay. All right, we're making good progress. What else? One of these is an 8. Why not? If one of the okay, this is obviously the 8. That's how Sudoku works. Jesus Christ. This is unfriendly, for what it's worth. We're getting there. Available naked singles in your area. Whoa. What are you talking about? Too much information here. That is real Sudoku terminology. Fantastic. I'm sure there's so much more that we could figure out here. We can probably figure out whether these are friendly or unfriendly, but it doesn't actually help very much, I don't think. Naked single equals cell that is limited to one option without advanced logic. Is that still true? What counts as advanced logic? What do we need here? What do we need here? We need 4. One of these needs to be a 4. 5, 9, right? 4, 5, 9. So this is a 5 or a 9. For what it's worth. Not sure anymore. Was the 7? Oh, okay. Okay, we can make this happen. We got a lot of numbers on the board. Let's just play Sudoku. Let's look at our okay, one of these is a 1. One of these is a 1. Regular Sudoku. 3s. 3s. One of these is a 3. One of these is a 2. Am I right about that? 2, 2, 2. One of these is a 2. This can't be a 1, obviously, because if the 2 is either here or here and the 3 is either here or here, if this were a 1, then that would it doesn't work that way. So this must be a 1. Oops. Meant to undo the corner there. All right. That's a 1. That's fun. Means one of these is a 1. We can begin Sudokuing. This is a 2 or a 3. Okay, let's look at friendliness. This is definitely unfriendly. No, it's not. It's in the front. This is definitely friendly. Okay. Okay. All right. These are 2 or 3. What would these things have to be friendly? These would have to be a 2 to be friendly. This must be a 2 or a 3. These would have to be a 2 to be friendly by this row, which they can't be. They could be 3, which they can't be. So these would have to be 7, 8, 9 to be friendly, right? One of these has to be a 9. Which means that this is possibly unfriendly. This could be, if this could be an 8 and be friendly. 9, okay, so it's possible this circle constraint could be either a 2 or a 3, I think. If I've done that correctly. What else is here? We need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here, We've got our 9 here, our 1 here. What else do we need? 2, 3, 5. Not super helpful. Okay, I think that the unfriendliness thing is now going to come in handy. Wait, okay, this being a 1 and not being circled means that... Well, it's possible for 0 of these to be friendly. No! Yes, it's possible for 0 of these to be friendly. So that doesn't actually give us anything, right? Like if this were a 2, this could be the 3. And then these could be unfriendly things. Four. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 3 of these things now. So of these remaining, there must be 0, 2, or 3. Precisely one of these cannot be friendly. God, this is a problem. Okay, there has to be a 4 that goes in here somewhere, right? These two have to be the same. Is interesting. There can't be a 4 here. What would this have to be? Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Well, okay, that doesn't really help. What do we need in this? Okay, so for okay, Sudoku purposes, one of these has to be a 4. Obviously, we're here. What else does this need? We need a 1, a 3, and a 9. One of these has to be a 3. This can't be a 3 because then this would have to be a 3. Obviously not allowed. So this must be a 3, which means this must be a 4. Really hope that's true. So this can be a 1 or a 9. Oops. Nine is obviously impossible for this. So this has to be a 1 and this has to be a 9. Okay, 1, 1, 9. So precisely one of these is friendly. If I can figure out which one, that will go a long way. Okay, we're getting there, okay? We're getting there. All right. Whew, okay. What do we need here? We need 3. What do we need? 3, 6, 9. No. Damn, she's fine, but that's not truth. She's repulsive. 3, 6, 7 is what we need. 3, 6, 7. So one of these has to be a 7. So this can be a 3 or a 6, right? And nothing else. Okay. Neither a 3 nor a 6 makes this friendly, right? Okay, this has to be unfriendly. Doesn't really help. Well, it means that this can't... Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ, we've got so much filled in here. What are we doing? What are we doing in our lives? 8 and 7. Well, doesn't really help, does it? But okay, corner 7, 8, right? Okay. All right, it's coming together. It's coming together. 7, 8. That means that these are 4, 5, 9. Doesn't really help. 4. If this was a 4, then that would work for this. Okay. Precisely one of these Okay, 2 of these. This is unfriendly. If it's a 3 or a 6. Right? Okay. I was just going to use more complicated logic to reach that conclusion, but okay. Whatever works. Okay, so this can't be, this must be unfriendly because 3 of these can't be friendly, right? And this is unfriendly. So this must be unfriendly, which means that one of these is friendly. For these to be friendly, what would they have to be? 3, which is impossible for this to be friendly. It would have to be a 3, a 4, or a 6, which it can't be. So if this were to be friendly, it would have to be a 4, which is possible. For this to be friendly, it would have to be 7, which it can't be, 3, which it can't be, or 7, 3, 7, and it can't be. So this must be unfriendly, which means this must be friendly, and the number that it is must be, what did I say, 4? Because it can't be a 3 or a 6. There we go. The 4 right here. Okay. Fantastic. We're getting there. We're getting there. 14 minutes left. Okay. This must be... What are we missing here? 5 and 9, right? Which we already knew from up here, but whatever. 5, 9. Okay. What do we need along here? Five, 6, 7, 9, but I don't think that that's really helpful. Not very helpful. One of these has to be a 6. We can just normal Sudoku our way there. Does that help here? One of these has to be a 6. That's true. Just nifty. One of these has to be an 8. I keep forgetting to play normal Sudoku. What else am I looking at? 2s and 3s are placed. Everything else is placed. Is there any logic around? Not really. 4, which means that precisely 2 of these can't be friendly. Like forgetting to play 2D chess while playing 5D. That's a fantastic analogy. Okay, what was I talking about over here? This doesn't really tell us much. I don't think. Actually, the fact that one of these is an 8, either here or here, is helpful. Well, not really. In either case, it limits one of these two. One of these must be unfriendly, because if the 8 is here or the 8 is here, that means that one of these two is unfriendly, right? 2 or 3. Okay, one of these must be unfriendly. Ah, fuck. 4s? Do anything with 4s? No. 5, 7, 3 or 6. What about here? Anything? Unlikely. Damn. Es difícil. We didn't have any circles with arrows that help us either. We just have this. I think 3 is possible. Like, if 3 is possible... 3 is possible if there's If this is 3, then this is a 2. Wait, no. If this is a 3, then this is unfriendly, right? If this is a 3, then this has to be a 2, and a 2 here is unfriendly because it has to be a 1, a 3, or a 7. And this is friendly. So if this is unfriendly and one of these is unfriendly, then the other 2 of these must be unfriendly. If time for bed way too late. All right, catch you later, Poisoned. Hopefully we get through this alive. Night night. It was a good stream. Thanks for hanging around. Okay. So this would be unfriendly and one of these would be unfriendly. And so the other 2 would have to be unfriendly. If this was a 3, then this would be a 2 and this would have to be unfriendly. Sorry, this would have to be friendly because if no. This couldn't be unfriendly. If this was a 3 and this was a 2. Oh, this is friendly. If it's a 3. Sorry, never mind. I was gonna... It doesn't make sense, right? Because if this can't have only one friendly thing beside it... But if this is friendly and one of these 2 are friendly, then it works. What if this is a 2? If this is a 2, then this would be a 3 and that would mean that it's friendly. If we could constrain one of these to be friendly for sure, then that would give us that this is not a 2. That's helpful. Maybe. For this to be friendly, it would have to be a 3, which it isn't. A 9, which it isn't. Or a 2, which it isn't. Answered our own motherfucking question, didn't we? This is unfriendly. Which means that it could be the 8. Or not. Okay, wait, this is helpful. For this to be friendly, it would have to be a 2, a 3, or a 7. And it's not a 2, or a 3, or a 7. So this is unfriendly. We're getting there, chat. If this is a 2, then this is a 3. Which means if this is a 2, then this has to be... if this is a 2... then this has to be unfriendly because this has to be a 3, which is friendly, which means that this is the only... Which means that this could have a circle around it. And that's not allowed. Right? Sorry. What did I just say? No, this needs to have one... Exactly the opposite of that is true. Right? Hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me try that one again. If this is a 3, then this is a 2... which is unfriendly. And so there can't be enough friendlies around, right? So this has to be a 2 for this to be a 3. If this is a 3, then these 2 would have to be unfriendly. Sorry, would have to be friendly. And this would have to be a 2, which isn't possible. So this has to be a 2. And this has to be a 3. 2's unfriendly. 3's friendly. This can't have one adjacent friendly. Only one adjacent friendly. Because of the constraint of the circles being always correct. So this has to be unfriendly. Also, by the constraint of this 2, I feel like. Okay, we've made progress. Now... How do we use that? These have to be 3s. The other one has to be a 3 because of this 3 and this 3. These have to be 7s because of normal Sudoku. These have to be unfriendly, but that's fine. That just means that they can't be a 2 or a 3, which we already knew. That means that this can't be a 7, this can't be an 8, this can't be a 9, which we also already knew. So, what else needs to be in here? What else needs to be in here? Besides 7, 8, 9, we need 4, 5, 6, right? 4 is either here or here. No other information. We're getting there. We only have 5 minutes left. I don't know if I can get all this in 5 minutes. But we're on track now. We're in a groove, right? We sort of get the idea. You know, it took us a while to like understand, especially because I don't know to what extent it's because I don't do stuff like this versus just my brain not work too good. Okay. Let's think. Is there anything we can extrapolate? Okay, so this one. So either two, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so either 0, 2, or 3 of these must be. Precisely one of these cannot be friendly. That's fine. That doesn't actually help. Human mind is made to understand rules and constantly figure out these consequences. Yeah, I know. I think part of my brand sort of purports that I have a better than average ability to do that, though. But that's fine. Two, 3, 4, that's already constrained. 4, that's fine. Okay, can we sit back and do some like Sudoku stuff now? Well, do you learn this in an hour? Oh, you're very kind. I appreciate the point, DZ. What are we doing here? 4, 8, 2, 6. 2 can't be here, so 2's got to be here. We also could have figured that out because Sudoku. Well, whatever. This 5 or 9 situation is cool. I don't remember how I got there, but I'll trust myself. Well, if one of these is a 4, which is true, then this has to be a 5 or a 9. Okay. We reverse engineered our logic. Okay. Does this help? Does this do anything for us? Well, it certainly can't be a 5, a 6, or a 7, or an 8 or a 9. Well, okay, it could be a 5, but it can't be a 6 for obvious reasons. It can't be an 8 or a 9. But is it possible for this to be a 5? Okay, for this to be a 5, so maybe we can narrow it down a little bit, right? So if this were a 5, if this were a 5, all of these would have to be friendly. For each of these to be friendly, what would they have to be? This would have to be, we're not actually writing this down, but this would have to be a 1, a 7, a 1 or a 7. Can't be a 7, so this would have to be a 1. Boom. This would have to be a 2, a 7 or a 7. Oops, keep doing that. Sorry about that. And it can't be a 2 or a 7, so this one must be unfriendly. Helpful. So this can't be, this must be 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? I feel like we have substantially less information here. Probably. Can certainly be one of those things. This would have to be a 2, a 7, or an 8. I don't think I can constrain it much further than this. Probably. Okay. Maybe let's leave this. Maybe let's leave this just there. Be happy with our work there. Right? Okay. Okay. Well, we hit the hour-and-a-half mark. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna maybe unofficially extend this at least another 30 minutes just to see if there's more that I can come up with, because I want to finish the puzzle. Whether or not David wants to count it is up to him. What do we need here? There needs to be 5, 6, 7. No, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Four, 5, 6, 7, 9. The puzzle. I'll grant the extension if it isn't solved in 2 hours. Gift sub to Time Zombie. All right, will do. Damn. This game's hard. 3 or 6. Not super helpful. Okay. When in doubt, just play Sudoku, right? What haven't we Sudoku'd on? What about here? Have we? 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. This not super helpful. Then again, none of okay. If these are necessarily unfriendly, there's one of these can be. No, that just limits it to numbers that it already couldn't have been, right? Hi, Tom Zombie. Cool. Thanks for the confidence in cement. Well, we'll see what happens. Welcome to chat. Hour 7 of the stream. I need to hydrate. I think that part of me, I think having ADHD makes this like marginally more difficult than it already is because of the disorganized way in which like I don't just checklist after every new information like, okay, go through these steps of like check this and that. What have I already checked? It's just like erratically running around all of the different constraints trying to figure out like what I have and haven't done yet. Is this helpful? Is this any helpful? Is this helpful any longer? Not really. Is it? Okay, what? None of these can be a 3, which we already knew, a 2, which we already knew, or like 7, 8, or like this can't be 7, this can't be 8, this can't be 9, but that we already knew. So that's not super helpful. What about here? What do we need? 3. Ooh, hold on. We need a. That doesn't tell us much. Doesn't. Ooh, the fact that. Okay, hold on. 4, 5, 7, 9. One of these has to be a 7. I already knew that. Oh, one of these has to be a. Sorry. Oof. My bad. 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough going on down there. Oh no, my cover's been blown. Can I do hints? Hints discouraged, I think. Is it possible for 4 of the... Could this be a 4? Five, 6, 7, 9, yeah? I feel like I haven't filled anything out for a little while. I think the only person who's allowed to do hints is David, because he's ultimately the arbiter of, you know, the extent to which they make it sort of too easy or too hard or whatever. What do I need here? I don't think I have anything that non-advanced mechanics. Enable me to fill out, if that makes sense. One of these is a 4. Oh, one of these is 4. Just by normal, just by normal Sudoku. So 4 here, 4 is here, etc. And there's a 4 here too. That's something. Whoa, normal Sudoku, is that allowed, Kappa? No, I don't know how to. I don't know how to make this go away. Full screen off on seems to work. All right. Let's play the can these things be friendly game. Okay, this would have to be a 1 or a 7, which means it would have to be a 1 if it wanted to be friendly. That's what the middle means right now for these squares. This would have to be a 2, which it can't be, a 7, or an 8, right? Is that right? Yeah, 7, 8. This would have to be 7, 9, because it can't be a 2. Which is fine. This would have to be a 1, which it can't be. A 7, which it could be, not simultaneously with these other things. Or a 9, 7, 9. So it could have like 7, 9, 8, 1. So this is a like this being a 4 is a possibility. Right? That would mean that this is definitely an 8 if these two have to be 7 and 9 respectively. So this would have to be an 8. Which is allowed, as far as I can tell. So there's no reason that this couldn't be a 4. I guess is my point. One, 8. I don't have enough to go off of. Maybe I should try to make things. That seems to have been a bust. I mean, if for obvious reasons, if this is a 1, then this can't be a 1, but I don't think that's super helpful. Okay. All right, okay. Let's table that discussion. I don't know if it's helpful to identify these as unfriendly or friendly, but why not? These would have to be a 1, a 2, or a 3, and this would also have to be a 1 or 2 or a 3, right? Well, this would have to be a 1 or a 2. These are all unfriendly. Not actually helpful, I don't think. But at least I think that's right. I've had a while. If it's not next to a circle, I think it doesn't matter. I think you're... Well, it could matter for, like, determining whether something is or isn't... Is like, circleable. You know, like, over here, we figured something out along those lines. Like, the fact that this was a 1 meant that it was important that these two weren't friendly, because that would mean that this must also not be friendly, etc. But maybe that's not necessary to draw that conclusion. In any case, what do we need here? Not super helpful. Too many unknowns. I feel like we're at the next precipice of, like, as soon as we find one more thing, it'll lead to, like, a bunch of stuff. God damn. Are all valid circles given? All valid circles are given. That's one of the constraints. Which has been helpful. I've been like, the thing that I've been doing most is like trying to figure out whether I can use that for like the rest of this. Right now it's not super obvious. What do you mean by circlable? What do I mean by circlable? What did I say? I mean, like, okay, so like this needs to be uncirclable, you know? Like if you could put a circle here and it would follow the constraint, then that's like not allowed. There must be no such instance. So the fact, like, if these two are unfriendly, I know that for sure, and there's a 1 here, that means that, like, as a rule, because this isn't in a circle, there cannot be only one of these being a mine, like a mine, or like a friendly, you know what I mean? So that helped me to figure out that this was unfriendly, or something like that. That's just an example. I don't know if I actually used that way, but... Damn, dude! I feel like it's been a while since I did something. Okay, then yeah, we need more highlights. Yeah, that's what I meant. Let's try and think here. Okay, so for these to be highlightable, this would have to be a 1. Okay, this would have to be a 1, a 2, which it can't be, or a 5, which it could be. This would need to be a 1, a 2. Well, this is only a 5 or a 9. So we know that it's unfriendly. That's easy. This would have to be a 2 or 5, which it could be. This would have to be, what did I say? A 1, a 5, or a 2. It would have to be a 1 or a 5. It can't be a 1. This would have to be a 5 if it were friendly, but it's possible for it to be a 5, so that's not super helpful. This would have to be a 2 or a 3, which is impossible, or a 5, which again, it could be, so okay. We don't know anything about these. If these are 5s, then they can be friendly. Okay, so maybe this 1 means that precisely one of these can't be friendly, which might be helpful if we find anything out. Jeez. We've used all the arrows. We've used all the circles. I feel like I'm recalculating the same things over and over again, which is that's not good. That's not something that you want. That's helpful. 1 through. Is our music dead? There we go. That seems to introduce a lot to potentially check. Well, you'd think so. That's what I'm trying to check right now. It's not so easy. Okay. What would this have to be? This would have to be a 9 or a 7, so this is definitely unfriendly, right? Again, not that that necessarily helps very much. This would have to be a 9, so it's unfriendly. That's cool. This would have to be a 9 or a 7. That's unfriendly. This would have to be a 9 or an 8. So it's unfriendly. Wait, this might actually be useful. This would have to be a 9 or an 8, right? This would have to be a 9 or an 8. Which it could be. This would have to be a 9 or an 8, which it can't be. Okay. Wait, this is helpful. Maybe. It means this can't be a 1. So that's cool. It means this can't be a 2, which we already knew. Well, okay, we actually don't know that because we don't know if this is friendly or not. What does this have to be? This can be a 9 or an 8. We don't know. So that's not super helpful. What would this have to be? Does it have to be a 9 or an 8? And it can be, right? Okay. Wait, no, this could be a 9, 7, or 8. Okay, so if one of these is an 8, then it fulfills the criterion. That maybe actually helps. Okay, hold on. Now, let's check this now. Okay, because this is the 8th box and there's an 8 in it. So actually that's super helpful, right? Maybe. So this would be 8, 8, or 6. So this is unfriendly. This is 8, 9, or 6. This could be a 9. So that doesn't necessarily tell us a lot. This is 5, which this could be a 5, so that doesn't tell us a lot. Same with this. What about this? I already covered that. That could be a 1. Okay. That means that this isn't a 1. We already know that this isn't a 2, because one of these is a 2. We already know that this can't be a 1 because these are 1s. Damn it. Okay. You have 1 free hint remaining. I mean, up to you if and when you want to deliver that. 3, 5, 4. That's not super helpful. We checked here. What do I need here? 5, 6, 7, 9. Well, this can't be 7 or 9. It's got to be a 5 or a 6. I'll take it. It's a 5 or a 6. And it's unfriendly. Does that help? That means it can't be a 7. Or a 3. But we already knew that. The hints after that one cost 2 minutes. I grant Kieran permission to use the 1 pre-vetted hint. Oh, to give 1 pre-vetted hint. Okay, so Nurik has to ask David if it's okay for him to give me his hint. I hope this has been an interactive 2 hours, by the way, stream. You're missing something in box 7? That's so cryptic. That's so cryptic. I'm missing something in box 7. Box 7 has a circle in it. That's evocative, right? Was that pre-vetted, by the way? Missing something in box 7. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. You must crack the cryptic rules credits. I got 10 minutes to crack the cryptic. Oh, is that a YouTube channel? Cracking the cryptic? Am I wrong about that? Yes, very vetted. Such cryptic. All right. All right. No. Missing something in box 7. I'm missing something in box 7. Starwarigami had a puzzle featured on there earlier this week. Oh, that's awesome. Fantastic. I know of them, but I haven't watched them do very many of these. In hindsight, it would have been really helpful. Missing something in box 7. This is box 7. I'm missing something in box 7. What am I missing in box 7? I don't know if it's just regular Sudoku or non-regular Sudoku. It's just frustrating. This should be one of those Sudoku with 0 given digits, not clickbait titles. There's a part 2 to the hint that he's holding back on, as is his right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've got enough time to capitalize on the hint, regardless. If it's a regular Sudoku thing, I'll feel silly. Three, 2, 3, 1. Oh, I guess that these have to be 1, 2, 3, because there's a 1, 2, 3 here and a 1, 2, 3 here. So this has to be 1, 2, 3. So this can't be a 4. I don't know if that was the hint. Is that helpful? Can we do something with this? Means that the 4's got to be somewhere in here. It means that one of these has to be unfriendly. What did they have to be friendly again? And the 4 will be unfriendly? That's certainly true, but there can be a 4 here, so that doesn't necessarily give me more information, right? The 4 will certainly be unfriendly. This could or couldn't be friendly, depends. If it's a 1, it's friendly. God, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Hint part 2 is to look at the first column in that box. I've already determined that this is like 1, 2, or 3. Get the first column in that box. Where's the 4 in column 1 go? Okay, so the 4... The 4 can't go here. Because the 4 can't go here, in this column, the 4's got to go here, which it can't, so it's got to go to one of these. And it can't go here or here, so this is a 4. Which means that this is not a 4. Which is helpful. A little. It doesn't give me like a huge unraveling of, you know, squares that I was hoping that it would. I don't think it does, at least. 4 goes in one of those two. 4 was there. Doesn't really help. 4. Okay, so what else goes here? 1, 2, 3 goes here, which means that here we have 5, 7, 8, 9. Right? Oh, 8 must go in one of these. And of them, 8 can only go here. Because 8 can't go here, and 8's not going in one of these. So this is an 8. Which means this is 7. Okay, okay. That's helpful. Right? Okay. 7. 7. 7. 8, 7. What else does that give me? That was very helpful. 7's here. 4's here. 8's here. That's not helpful. 7. 7! There's no 7 here or here, so there's got to be a 7 here. Which means there's got to be a 7 here. So that's helpful. 7. These are 1, 2, and 3. Which means that there's a 7 here. So that's cool. Getting there. We're getting there. What else do we need in here? 6, 5, 6, 7, 9? Right? Something like that. Okay. If this is 1, 2, or 3. It's making good progress. 2 minutes will be Herculean. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. It looks like this one's probably not happening for us. We still want to solve it though. We'll allow liberal hints after the 2-hour mark. Man, it really feels like Opus Magnum, where I'm definitely going to relook at the footage when I go to edit this video for the YouTube. It's going to be a gargantuan YouTube video, by the way. But I'm definitely going to see all of the logic. Well, I guess in that case, I'll have been spoiled anyway, but I think you can count your gifts up before it's etched. This is 1, 2, and 3. Can't tell me much here. Okay. If this is... In order to be friendly... Okay. If this were 1, then this would be 2 and 3. Which that's no problem. If this were 3, one of these would be 1, which is friendly. Okay, if this were a 2, maybe. Okay. This has to be 1, 7, 9 to be friendly. This has to be just 1 to be friendly. What are the... Okay, now that we know that this is 7... Okay, wait, that helps, because that's the only way that any of these can be friendly, right? Narrowing it down to the fact that this is 7, that's helpful. Okay, so in order to be friendly, this would have to be a 1. We already know that that's unfriendly. This would have to be a 2, which we know is not possible, or 7, which we know is not possible, or 8. This could only be an 8. This would have to be a 2, which we know is not possible. A 7 is not possible. Or a 9. This would have to be a 9. And this would have to be a 1 or a 9. Right? To be friendly. If this is a 3, then one of these is definitely friendly. Which means that these other two are fixed. Or something like that. All right, well, there's a 2-hour mark. Okay. Does the timer turn green when you successfully solve it? Does it? Puzzle ability if it's an attention code. I think I solved it, clocking in at like 2 hours, 10 minutes. Very nicely done, Ryan. Very nicely done. Okay. All right, we're at the 2-hour mark. I will accept hints. I will accept hints at this point. Oh, this obviously can't be a 9, right? Okay, so because this has to be 1, 2, or 3. So at max, this can be 3, which doesn't help. Which doesn't help matters. Yeah, that 9 doesn't belong at... Yeah. We got there. We got there. This has to be a 1, 2, or a 3. So at most, it can be a 3, but that's not necessarily super helpful. I don't think. Well, what else? What else are you missing? Help us piece this together. God, 7.5 hours of stream later. This hasn't really told me anything. One of them must be unfriendly. Oh, yeah. I mean, one of these must be unfriendly, but that makes sense because one of these two... Well, yeah, that's why I was saying it's like 3 max, right? One of these two must be unfriendly because they can't both be 1. Right? Does that help me? Substantially? That's still, like, this could still be a 3, for example, so it doesn't help me that way. Identical comments passing like sheep in the night. So again, these are numbers for if they were friendly, what they could be. It's still possible for three of them to be friendly. So I don't think that this actually gets me anything right now. Right? Am I wrong about that? All right, David, it's time to be more liberal with the hints. By the way, we'll pay out the gift sub. Is the gift sub going too? Time Zombie, right? Gift the sub. Congrats to Time Zombie. and to David, for that matter. Very nicely done. You've stumped me. I would have liked to have put up a little bit more of a fight, but you know, it is what it is. Yes, but think of the negative constraint. Oh, negative constraint. Right. PogChamp? Hell yeah. Okay. All right, negative constraint. If these are 5 or 9, that means that these are unfriendly. I should have highlighted that. That would have been helpful. Right? This has to be a 6 or a 4 or a 1. It's none of those things. Same here. A 6 or a 4 or a 2. Okay. So if this was a 1, then this would be unfriendly. If this was a 1, the only way that this can be friendly is if it's a 1. If this is a 1 and this were unfriendly, like a 3, then this would have to be friendly. Otherwise, this 1 would have exactly 1 friendly thing next to it, right? Thanks for the gift, 7. Thanks for stumping him. Hell yeah, Time Zombie. You're very welcome. Thanks for hanging around. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy. Hope you get good mileage out of the gift sub. So we know that this is unfriendly if this is a 1, which means that this can't be friendly. But we could still have this being friendly and these two being friendly. These two can't be friendly at once. So this can't be a 3. If this is a 1, then this can't be friendly. And if this is a 1, this also can't be friendly. And so there's only 2, so this can't be a 3. This can't be a 3. Okay. Can it be a 2? I don't see why not. Time Zombie has paid forward the gift to DZV13. You're too kind, Time Zombie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Much appreciated. Danger. Oh my goodness. Have I mislogicked? What has happened? If this is a 1, one of these can be a thing. These have to be 1, 2, or 3, obviously, still. If this can't be a 3, then this must be 3, like, here. This has to be a 3 here or here. So we know that. So that's kind of cool. Your logic just now wasn't quite right. Okay, let's back up. Okay, forget what I said. What did I say? Okay, I said that if this is a 1, and this is a 3, or a 2, if this is a 1, then this is unfriendly. And that means that this also has to be unfriendly, right? Like if this is a 1, then this has to be unfriendly because it's either a 2 or a 3. And that means that this has to be unfriendly because if it were friendly, then you'd be able to put a circle around this, which is bad. If this is a 1 and this is a 2 or a 3, then let's say that it's a 3. In that case, this is a 1, which means that this can't be a 1, so it's unfriendly. This has to be unfriendly because of the 1. So there are only 2 adjacent things left which can be friendly, which means that this can't be a 3. Is that not right? What's wrong about that? Is that 3 in the corner losing its religion? Wait, which one's the 3? Where's the 3? Oh, the one that was here? Is that 3 in the spotlight losing its religion? It can't be a 3 if you put a 1 in row 7, column 1. Oh, if I put a 1 there. It can be a 3 if these 3. Obviously. It could just be unfriendly, in which case these 3 work, right? That makes sense. Oh no, is that really what my line of thinking was? That's shameful. All right, so that's not great. Okay, we can still get a 3 here if we have 189 here, obviously. If we had a 1 here, then it would be only one of these, but that's fine, right? So I clearly can't choose the 1 in front of me. Now I know that that column of the box, if the first is 1. Yeah, but the first isn't 1 necessarily. This one could also be 1. The thing that I was thinking, I mean, David's totally right, of course. I was just saying if this is a 1, but it doesn't have to be. But okay, only one of these can be... If this is a 2, then one and only one of these... Well, or... No, if this is a 2, then... Okay, if this is a 2, one of these has to be a 1, obviously. Because they have to be 1, 2, 3 together. If this is a 2, one of these is a 1, then one and only one of these can be the number that is on there. Now you know that column of the box. Oh yeah, I already read that. Okay, more liberal with your hints. Help me out. Can I still learn from this? Can I still narrow this down further from what is available? Question mark? This could still be a 1 easily, right? Because like 2, 3, and then like one of these is friendly. Again, these numbers are like what these things could be if they were friendly. But we don't necessarily know whether or not they're friendly. So it's not super helpful. Do I look elsewhere? Or is there more that I can glean from this region, from this box? I think you're at the point where the circle is solvable, though you might need slightly more first. You can assume it's one briefly. If you run into anything impossible, you know it isn't a one. That's what I tried to do. I don't know what that means, but it invokes the image of a puzzle breaking your brain in half. Pretty much. That image came up when basically I played a move that caused me to be locked in an animation at the end of a really important tournament game in 5D chess. And all I could do was just sit and contemplate my actions for like 2 whole live minutes as I watched my clock tick down. And that's the face that I made. That's the face of sublime frustration and resignation. I think if you follow it through, you can break some of the options. What? Okay, if this is a 1. No, because if this is a 1, this can still be a 2, right? There's no reason for that. So let's assume that this is 1. Let's just do it. In that case, if this is a 1 and this is a 3, then that doesn't work, right? If this is a 1, then this isn't a 3. But if we have 1, 2, 3, then precisely one of these can be friendly, and that's totally fine, right? Can it really? All right, okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If this is a 1 and this is a 2, then because this can't be adjacent to 1 friendly, then it would have to be 1, 2, 3, and then this is a 9. In that case, we have 2 here that are friendly. 2 isn't friendly, and then 8 can be non-friendly. So 1, 2, 3, and then a 9 here as well. 1, 2, 3, 9. Is that a problem? Are you guys insinuating that it can't? If this is a 1, it can't be a 3, and it obviously can't be a 1. This assumption, you can also solve most of box 9. Yeah, but that's only if this is a 1, which isn't necessarily true, right? Am I wrong? What's wrong with 1, 2, 3, 9? Are you guys insinuating that there's something wrong with the assumption that 1, 2, 3, 9 doesn't break any rules? Because 2 is next to this and this, which is fine. This isn't friendly. There aren't 3 friendly next to this. Fill it all and then you can check. Where does the 8 go? Here or here? This is a 9 and this has to be an 8. Which fucks it. Thanks, chat. This can't be a 2. That means that this can't be a 1, right? Okay. So this has to be a 2 or a 3. One of these has to be a 1. Okay, if this can't be a 1, no, that isn't a 1 is significant. I believe you. Okay, this is not a 1, which means it must be a 2 or a 3. One of these must be a 1 instead. Of course. If this isn't a 1 and this is a 3, does that work? So this is not a 1. This is a 2 or a 3. So it's either 2, 3 here. No, sorry. This is a 2 or a 3. So we can't have 2, 3 here. One of these is a 1. Corner. 1, 1. Center. 2, 3. For real this time. I know my notation's confusing, but... So can we have 3... If this is the only way that this can be a 1... Yeah. Okay, so... That's unfriendly for sure because it's not a 1. If this is a 3, then we have to have 1, 9, 8. Is that legal? Okay. If this is a 1, then this is a 2, which is unfriendly. And then only one of these can be friendly. Can this be 1, 2, 8, 9? Ostensibly, yes. Okay, hold on. This is a 2 or 3. If this is a 2, then 3, 8 works. But if this is a 2, if this is a 2, and this is a 1, then this has to be a 9, but this can't be an 8. Which is a problem? Did you choose the color red to mean non-mine? Yes. Wait, because we went with the friendly. Green is friendly, red is unfriendly. That's how we did it. Look at the row. Let's look at the row. Why not? Row. Or row. There are many rows. Seventh row. Okay, the 3, 6 is concerned. This being a 6 and this being a 3 is not possible. You have 2 choices for 8 in row 2, right? I only have 2 choices for 8 in row 2. Row 2. 2 choices for 8 in row 2. Well, that's true. Sorry, column 2. Column 2? Is that true? Oh yeah, 8 can't be here or here. So one of these has to be an 8. That's super pertinent information. Okay. One of these has to be 8.
Should be played at high volume.
1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 3, 1. 1, 3 or 3, 1 both work. So does the 2. One of these has to be 8. For these, this is the number that would make it friendly. These center numbers, not the possibilities of like what it could be in general. Just to clarify, these are special. If this is a 3 and this is a 1, and this is 8, 9, that works, right? I think. If this is... Okay. If this is a 3... God damn it. Okay. If this is a 2, then we can't have 1, 8. That's cool. If this... Okay, if this is a 2... And this is a 3, does that work? Guys, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. If 8 is the bottom cell, both those remaining cells in column 2 are unfriendly. If this is an 8, then yeah, neither of these are friendly. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. If this is 8, if this is an 8, then these are both unfriendly. And so this can't be a 1 because that would make this a 3. And this can't be a 3 because it just doesn't work. So this can't be an 8, which means this has to be an 8, which is helpful. It also means, incidentally, this has to be friendly. This can no longer be an 8. So now we can have 1, 3, 9. For example, we can have one of these is a 1, right? So if we have a 1 here, then we can have like 3, 9, 2. That's fine. Oh, but that's not fine. If this is a 1, then this would have to be a 3, and this would have to be a 2. Because if this was 2 and this was 1, then this would have 2 friendly adjacent to it. If this was a 1, this would be friendly. That's fine. Yeah, so that would force 1, 1. Okay, so no, that breaks both possible 2s. Communication is difficult. We could have 1, 3, 2, 9. Sorry, this would not be a 9. This would be something else, right? We could have this being the only friendly unit. Oh no, in that case, this can't be a 2 either. I see what you're saying. So this can't be a 1, because if this was a 1, one of these would have to be a 2. And because of this 1, it can't be. So neither of these can be a 2. Or if this is a 1, neither of these can be a 2, which is obviously doesn't work. So this one can't be a 1. This one can't be a 1. And if this one can't be a 1 and this one can't be a 1, then this one must be a 1. Okay. So this one must be a 1. So these must be 2s and 3s together. These must be 2 and 3. Okay, 1 means that this is friendly. Jesus Christ. Okay. Which also helps us because that means that this is a 3 and this is a 1. Oops. 1. Here's cool. It also means, what does it mean? 1, 1, 1, 1, that this is a 1? No, sorry. What am I talking about? This is a 1? Yes. That's nifty. Okay, cool. Now, this can be a 2, and then this is a 3, and this isn't a 9. Or this can, okay, I don't think that we can solve those two together, right? Although, this can't be, okay, if this was a 2, then this would have to be unfriendly for this circle to work. But then this would be adjacent to only 1, so this has to be a 3. And this has to be a 9, right? 3, 2, 9. Unfriendly? Friendly? I think that's true. Okay. We're making progress. 2, 3. This has to be a 3 for sure, which is cool. Right? Oops. It has to be a 3 because of these 3s. Right? Okay. What does it have to be? 7 or 9, I believe? No, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 or 6. One of these is 6. Corner 6. Okay. Why is this game so hard? Okay. 4, 3. Oh, is this friendly or unfriendly? Unfriendly. This has to be 4 or 7 or 8. Unfriendly. Cool. Well, that means that at least one of these is unfriendly. Which we already knew. Right? Yeah, I guess 6 and 7. These are... if this is a 6 or a 7, it's unfriendly. If this is a 6 or a 7, it's unfriendly. Right? So these are unfriendly? Is that true? Yeah. This would have to be a 4, an 8, or an 8. This would have to be a 4, an 8, or a 9. So these are unfriendly. That's kind of cool. And this is already broken, so we don't have to worry about that one. I hope that's true. Negative constraint time again? Indeed. Okay, we've cracked a bunch of this, right? We got a bunch of new numbers. In this column, what's regular Sudoku? These are, what, one of these is a 5, right? 5, 5, 9, 9? Yeah. Okay. One of these is 5. That's good. That's progress. It's a 5 or a 6. What else do we need here? 4? We need a 4 in here, so this is a 4, right? That was easy. 4. Okay, 4. What's left here? Oh, this can't be a 9, so this is a 5 and this is a 9. Have we come undone? What else do we need here? One of these is a 5, right? Which means one of these is a 9, which means that this is a 9. 9, 9, that's a 9. Which means it's a 6, which means it's a 5, which means this is a 7. It really is all just coming undone, huh? 7, 7, we already knew that those were 7, so that's not super helpful. What do we need here? 9? Right? Corner, 9? What was I doing here? 5, 9. What else do we have going on? That's a lot of 5s. It's a lot of 5s and 7s, and 8s and 6s. Okay. One of these is a 6. Or sorry, that's not true. It could be a 6. Never mind. Scratch that. What do I have here? Is this helpful? Well, we need a 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. We already have the 4s. So one of these is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 9? Question mark. This can't be a 6. This might be a 6. 7's gotta be. This can't be a 7, and this can't be a 7. This can't be a 7. One of these is a 7. Not super helpful. What do we need in this column? 1. Sorry, 5, 5, 6, 7. Right? 5, 6, 7. One of these is 7. This is a 5 or a 6. Not super helpful. Okay, I just need to find the regular Sudoku. Quantum physicist looks for naked singles. That's exactly what I'm looking for. There must be a billion of them now. I just don't know where to look first. God damn it. Okay, this is fine. Naked singles. At least did anything that I mark get? I don't think so, right? 7s, 4s, 8s. No. Okay. Okay, I don't know which one of those is which. What about here? What are we doing here? Okay, 6, 9, which means that these needs to. There was a 5 missing and a 2 missing, right? These are 5 and 2. Yeah, 5 and 2. That's good. Oh god, even this is taking me so much time. Attention, there's an available naked single in your area. Yeah, I'm gonna feel dumb when I finally see it, and I feel really dumb. Okay, what is I'll feel okay. Okay, this column needs a 9. That 9 needs to go here, right? This column needs a 9. Yes, I'm seeing double. All right, this is a 9, which makes this a 4. That's cool. Can we get 4s maybe now? 4s, no 4s here. Okay. There's a 4 here or here. That's cool. I'm certainly not a speed Sudokuist. That much is clear. We need... Oh, no. 2's already there. Oh, God. There's so much. There's so much that we can find, probably. I don't think the negative constraint is really useful at all. Actually, no, yeah, it's not. No, this is the 7th, so this can't be 5 and 7 here. We can't have a 5 here and a 7 here, which is kind of funny. Sudoku logic cleanup. Yeah, I know. Well, okay, technically we know that this isn't this isn't friendly. Same here. Not that that's really point. There's no point in that. We can just Sudoku our way out of here. I'm just not very quick to solve regular Sudoku. Okay, so what have we done here? I got like this 9 and this 4 or something, right? Okay, so what do we need? Maybe like here? Is that helpful? There's so much missing. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 5, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Okay, one of these is an 8. That's nifty. Not helpful, but nifty. All right. Oh no. 5, 9. God, there's so much here. Okay, wait, what's here? I need a 5 and a 6 for this row, right? 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Not super helpful. What about here? 1, 2, 4. No, sorry. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, not helpful. 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha. No 4 here. We already know there are to be 4s here. No 7 there. Is there a 7? Okay, one of these is a 7, which we already knew. Not helpful. Oh, God. This shouldn't be the hard part, guys. Okay, these are unfriendly. Anything I can get at this point, I'll take. That does mean that this has to be unfriendly. Maybe that's helpful. Negative constraint box 8. Oh yeah, this has to be friendly. No, it doesn't. Wait, sorry. Box 8. Okay, this is box 8. Right. It does mean that this we can't have 7 and 5 here, which I already knew. I did mention that. But we can have like anything else, right? We can have like 7 and 2. We can have 5 and 7 here and something else here, right? This 1 isn't helpful because we have already got these 2. This 4, no help. Where's the negative constraint? I promise that hint is usable? Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, if this is a 5, then... Oh, I understand. Okay, so if this is a 2, then this would be a 5, which means that's not workable. Okay, okay, well done. Well done, David. Well done. All right, very good. That was super helpful. Thank you, thank you. Why did I ever doubt David? All right, that was good. That was good. Okay, does that give us everything? This must be a 2 now, which means this must be a 4, and this must be an 8. I hope I do the actual Sudoku parts correctly. At this point, it's just for completion that I'm putting those in there. 4 here means 4 here, which means that this is 1, 2, whatever I'm missing. 6? This is 6. Yeah, this is 6, which means this is an 8. Which means this is 7. I really hope I haven't messed that part up. Okay, what do we need here? This is 6 and 5. Yeah, 6 and 5. It's cool that that late into the game, the negative constraint actually mattered. That's awesome. All right, for what it's worth, this is unfriendly. This is similarly unfriendly. Okay. I filled in a 7 here, so this is a 5. This is a 7. Here's nifty. That means this is a 9, this is a 5. That means that this is a 9 and this is a 6. Hold on. Wait, hold on. What have I done? Why is there... Okay, so one of these is a 5 for sure. One of these is a 5 for sure. 6, how... Wait, what? Why is this not obviously immediately solvable? 7 here. Right, 6, 7 here. One of these is a 5. Chat! Chat. Now we wait for having 7s adjacent because wrong logic. Don't even DCB. Don't tempt fate. Okay, so what is this? These are 5 and 6, right? This is 6 or 7. This is 5, 6, and 7, which we already knew. This is 6 or 7. This is 5, 6, or 7. And this is a 5 or 6. One of these has to be a 5. Guys, this is embarrassing. Okay. Okay. This is within brute force range. You're probably right. You're probably right. Okay. But I don't want a brute force. This is a 5 or 6. This is a 5 or 6. One of these has to be a 7, which I already knew. Is it, are there 2 unique solutions? 2 unique solutions. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Probably not, right? That means, but what's the logic that leads me to, okay, if this is a 6, then this is a 5 and this is a 6, which means this is a 5. And then we have 6, 7, 7. That works. Okay, if this is a 5, then this is a 5. Then we have 6, 6, 6, 7, 7. Wait. Nick, do you see the negative constraint? Oh, there's a negative constraint? Oh. I mentioned this negative constraint years ago. This has to be unfriendly. Thank you. Thank you. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? I don't know if that means anything. Does it mean anything? Can't be a 6 or 7. I already knew that. This can't be a... What can't it be? That means that if this is unfriendly, what is... Oh, this is 7. So this can't be a 7. Okay. Because the 7th box. God damn it. Fuck. Okay. This can't be a 7. Which means this has to be the 7. Which means this has to be 5. Which means this is 6. And this is friendly. Not that it matters. This is a 5. And this is 6. And this is a 5. Which means that this is 6. This is 7. It only took 2 hours, 40 minutes. And the timer does, as it turns out, go green as soon as you solve it completely. It only took 38 minutes, Pog. 38 minutes after 38 minutes after I was allowed infinite hits. Oh man. My only hope is that for a majority of the chat this wasn't akin to watching paint dry. That was Herculean. Suppose that's a subjective, you know, adjective. I had a great time. I also had a great time. I think that it would have served both of us a little bit better if I had done this at the beginning of stream. Then again, who knows? I don't know. It might have taken it just as long. No, this was amazing. All right, thanks, Mathbridge. I think that the puzzle itself was fantastic. I will give like 5 out of 5, 10 out of 5 stars for the puzzle. I think that it's brilliant, and I think that it must have been like a real pain to like create the puzzle. I have absolutely zero experience in terms of like puzzle creation. So it seems like magic to me. Did you have to use any like tools to make this, or was it all by hand? I guess I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I'm certainly impressed. GG Radon. Looks like it was fun to build. It does look like it was fun to build. Dude.